Hello guys, and welcome to episode 2 of series 3 of the Model Loft here on James Bonnet Photography and Models. Again, really, the layout's not really changed much. But what we are going to show you in this episode is what I promised in the first one, and that's buses. So as you might have seen recently, we had my model bus fleet update, well, model transport update, and just before I started here I just showed you a brief video run by of some of the lorries that the company owns. Recent changes then, the ADD Skegness Buses have had a little revamp on their livery. We've got purple on the front, where on my normal buses they're red, and we've got purple green there, which they've always had. But the purple skirt used to run all the way along. That's now gone, and it's just white. And on the back of the bus, it's had a white surround around the top of the window. That's now been painted on all the Skegness buses, the ones that are in the green and purple livery. Some have that name on, but are in the red livery. These don't really have a place to sit other than stacked up there, because at the moment I haven't really got anywhere at the moment until I've sold a few things. I'm looking at getting rid of Skeletric sets and some of the other models that I don't really want anymore. They will get sold via Facebook groups and what have you. But if I do want them sold quicker, I might make a video of them here on the channel. But that's if and when I sell them. So please don't comment below asking I'll buy it, unless you offer me a good price. But please contact the Facebook page PM for that. So what else have we got new for the bus, for the transport company? You might have seen it in the video, you might not. Let's move the little van out of the way. We've got White Lightning, which is the Oxford diecast Scania model, the plain one that is, and I've then added J Bonnet Logistics, a J Bonnet Transport Group company, down the side. Then got the celebrating 5 years logo as well on the door. It's also a driver training unit, so it's got L plates all over it as well. Just like the little lorry here, that's a training unit, but I don't have L plates on that. The idea is if it was a real vehicle, the L plates get stuck on the front, but on the old Ford Cargo. Of course it says logistics because it's supposed to be used for anything, not just training. So on the back, you see I've put in black writing, transport group, drivers wanted, L plates, and then in the middle there we have a poster advertising the transport group. All the different divisions, shops, travel shops, maintenance yards, the driver training program, everything was listed on that this time, not just the vehicle places like listed on the side of the building here on the HQ depot. So what else have we got new? At the background there you can see, well, two of the latest purchases. I did show you this in the last Model Loft episode. Just get what they were originally. So to start off with then, there were one of these, an Arriva Alexander Dennis E400. In the Arriva livery for Arriva Northumbria, I do believe. It's a CMNL model. I got it off eBay. You can still get these. The price varies depending on where you get them from. And it's supposed to be for the X31 route. So what I did is I got two more of these, and I chopped the roof off. Put that one back, and then I'll show you. So we've got the the roof chopped off on this one, and the other one as well. The decoiling on the front went a little bit wrong for some reason, so it's got a few white speckles for where the destination blind is. That can be readdressed at a later period, and a few of the decals did go a little blurred for some reason. I'm not quite sure on that. There might be something wrong with my little printer. But anyway, it's a J Bonnet Transport Group in Skegness, aka J Bonnet Transport Group ADD Buses Skegness, or as I've started calling it, Add Buses Skegness. As the transport video update showed you, if you read the things in between some of them, ADD is a name owned by a friend of mine. His name's Aaron Dickinson. He owns the ADD name, basically. His fleet is based on older buses, and they're all in green and purple. I then asked if he wanted to then team up, and he's starting to put some of his fleet with a bit of white on, but not as much as what the ones that I own. I then created the Skegness division for him, for between both of us. I own more of the Skegness fleet than he does, and I quite like the Skegness fleet. Small, simple, not overstretched, and it's cheap fares if it was a real company. The open toppers run the Sea Service 1 and the Sea Service 2. I've got some of the buses that run that as well, because I've got the Wainfleet Flyer, the Friscony Connection, and then Sea Service 1 and 2. And then they've got a town bus as well, which runs around Skegness, but that hasn't got a branding on. But they're all in like this, like the Citaro Mercedes buses, which I showed you at the start just before this. And in this livery, I do like it now, getting rid of the purple skirt. It adds a little bit more to it and makes them more like J Bonnet buses. And a slight change as well, because I added the name above the ADD logo, which didn't beforehand. I just had the logo with Skegness underneath. So that's one of them. And the second one, if I can get it out of the shed without taking the roof off. No, I can't. Well, the second one is basically the same. Also with the roof chopped off, also for the same routes. Basically the same livery as well. So if I put that for its destination to SS2 service, then that one's on the SS1. Other ones we've got done. This is a repaint. This one was a closed top sightseeing bus. It was in a dark red with a silver livery. Although originally when I first started on that route, it was in a bright yellow with a creamy beige livery. Now I've painted it in all over red, and it probably don't pick it up very well, but just down here I've put J Bonnet Transport Group in a browny gold writing. It only just picks it up, and you can only just see it on the little bus, but it's quite detailed. On the front for the destination it says J Bonnet Coaches, and on this side it says London Transport. I thought there was an added little touch there. Then on the back we've got a smaller little destination board. There was supposed to be a decal over the back window, but it didn't quite turn out right because I used the paper I don't really like, so I didn't bother. But that's a nice little bus now. Painted it all over red because it's going to be like an old vintage hire bus that you can hire. A bit like the... Can you hear it? So you've got that bus there, and you've also got this bus as well for 2 vintage hires. But the little one I did paint white with a blue and a pale blue colour to it, rather than all over red or whatever. So as a bit of variance, because I didn't think the like Routemaster style bus would suit a white livery as planned. So, also move that one out of the way. We've got not one but two of these President buses, open tops. It was originally in Oxford City Sightseeing livery. That got stripped back and then it got painted red. Again, these are buses by CMNL, and these were from eBay, these two buses. And these are on the Nottingham Sightseeing Tour. This is the new livery for it. And then down there we've got all the destinations it goes. And you get a hop on, hop off, travel all day pass for just £7. And of course it's got a nice gold stripe around the back as well. Now the Union Jack flag is a bit of remnants left over from the old livery. I quite liked it. Unfortunately I did take it off the other side on this bus, but on this one I kept it on both sides, and I do like it with the Union flag. It's very nice. It works well. Quite a basic livery. It's the typical J-Bonnet livery really, just plain white, bit of red, what, little splash of colour, no text on the front or back, and a little bit on the sides, not much at all. And that's what I like about the buses. It's plain and simple, not many adverts, if any adverts at all. That's what I like on the buses. I'll move that to one side. Also then, now it's dry, we've got bus 11 here, now in a stunning all over gold livery, and this is for the Vintage Tour bus, also a sightseeing bus, runs the same route as them other two buses just shown you, but it's in all over gold livery. And as you can see at the back we've got a Bristol VR and a, not quite sure what that other one is, but that one as well. The Bristol VR doesn't really have much on the side because I couldn't quite get its old livery off, so it's a bit bumpy. So it's just had a little bit on the front, on the window, and a little bit on the bottom there, just on one side. I like it, Bristol VR, it's a nice bus. So, that's what's been happening with my bus fleet. Now I think it's about time for a model review here on the loft. So just before us start that Model Loft Model Loft model review, bit of a tongue twister there, sorry. Well, let's have a little brief look into the Stirling Yard, which is buses as well. As you might have known, they've changed livery slightly, although some of them still have the old logo. I've decided to do that because it looks quite nice. It shows a transition period, and it also shows that there's change happening. They've got the new livery, the ones with the old logo, well, all but one, but they do look nice, having a mixture. Nice little simple diorama there. Right, now it's time for the model review here on the Model Loft. Hello and welcome to another model reviews here on James Bonnet Photography and Models. This review is actually being filmed on the 8th of September 2016, and might also feature in the October edition of the Model Loft. So please excuse me if you've already seen this review if you're watching this on the Model Loft. The latest review I've got here is of the latest World of Stobart model. I didn't get the last one because it was the Stobart coach Laura Abbey. I've already got that 3 times over in different boxes, and I don't want another one in literally another box. So I've decided not to get that one. I might look out just for a certificate for that though. That's to complete the certificate series that I've got. This one is a High Dreamer 912D with fleet number W156. It's a Stobart rail dumper truck. I do believe I've seen this one myself, although I do think it's not as bright as this anymore, and it doesn't say, and never has said, Stobart rail on the side. But that said, I do quite like this little model. So, on to the front. It's PX59BKZ. Yes, I have seen it with that number plate then. These were parked up at Carlisle. And you can see there's only one seat in there. Access from either side with the doors. Got the fleet number there, W156. And there's quite chunky tyres, which do feel quite rubbery as well. They've posed it with a slight bend in it to show you that it articulates in the middle. Don't know if it's supposed to be like that or whether the screws aren't quite tight enough. It's a High Dreamer, as I've said before. It's in that black stripe there with the little logo. The old Stobart rail logo is there as well. On the back, got the plate, logo Stobart rail, which is rubbing off slightly. No detailing of lights though on the rear. There's a silver square random there, and this side is a bit like a reverse of the other side. So if you've got the added thing of a exhaust pipe coming out there, because the engine I presume is there, which is sadly all painted yellow. It would be nice to have seen that painted black to represent the engine better, but oh well. We've got some little light beacons on the top, and we've got 2 simple, very flimsy mirrors for looking behind. Quite a nice little unique model. Still not sure who made it. There's quite a few of them I'm not quite sure yet. It could be IXO or it could be one of the others I've listed in the previous episodes. But fantastic little model, nice to have it out. I don't know what the next one's going to be. We've already exceeded the pre-arranged ones, although the baggage one and the airport ramp haven't been made yet. Hopefully they haven't changed their mind and not going to do those. Although Stobart Group are in the process of selling the airports on, sadly. Well, that's this edition of the model reviews. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this on the latest Model Loft episode, stay tuned and that will continue. If not, I will see you next time. Bye guys. So it's that time of the new look Model Loft again to read your shouts and asks. Something new I'm trying, of course. Now unfortunately there have been no shout out requests, so what I've done is you'll be getting a shout out this episode if you've been commenting on any videos between the end of August, beginning of September. Well, the last few videos that is. But to start off with, we'll start with the ask questions. I've got a bit of paper here that I wrote down, and so let's begin. So I got, where do I buy my model buses from? Well, I've got 2 places. I go to Facebook to a group called Model Bus Traders. It's a group of a select few people run it, of course. You have to be not a child, because if your kids sport the group, so now kids aren't allowed on that group, so you have to be over 18. If you request to join Model Bus Traders on Facebook, it's a group, you will get an inbox from their head admin. Please reply to that, otherwise you'll not get on that group, because they're quite tight on that, because they've had a lot of trouble in the past, so they're trying to keep it a nice, friendly atmosphere. And the rest of the places I buy buses, like for example this one and this one, is eBay. They're a little dearer on eBay, but that's where I have to go for the modern buses. You're right getting a lot of the older style buses on Model Bus Traders. You do get a lot of Optare Deltas on eBay as well, but they're a little bit more overpriced and you've got to pay eBay fees and what have you. If you get go through Model Bus Traders, it's all you got is PayPal friend payments. Just watch out though, if you don't quite trust them, just say, is it okay if I send it as a one where they charge a little bit PayPal, and they're normally okay. Depending on how new the model is, depends on your price of course, but they're normally cheaper on Model Bus Traders than they are on eBay itself. So, next question. I don't know who sent them in, by the way, I didn't put that down, I just wrote the question. What is the Code 3 model I buy off eBay? Well, I've only bought a couple of models off eBay. One, might be able to see it, sort of about there. It's a Stobart Air wagon. There was also it's a Volvo one, that one, and there was also a Scania, but the Scania one turned out later to become my Pirelli. It donated itself. The rest of them I make myself from scratch. I bought a few decals off eBay, yeah, but no models really, only 2 Code 3s, that is. Normal models, no Code 3 to them, and I'd buy quite a lot off eBay. Next question. Have I got the Quinn's transport model? Simple answer, no. I can't afford it. I'm on a very tight budget at the moment, so I can't afford models like that. Although I have got splashed out a little bit and bought a couple of things, but I haven't got money to buy that. Plus, it's one of the models where if I did buy it, I would be selling it. So I'm up to selling a load of models just recently. I want to take them to GD models, selling them a few on eBay and on Facebook groups, just because I need the cash and I need the space here in the Model Loft. It is full to the rafters nearly, needing the room to store stuff. Like the set for the model reviews will be changing again soon. Probably features some buses which are down to my side here, and also a few lorries and that as well. That's what we need to do. I need to create a bit of space, running out, and it's filled up quickly. Alright, last question I've got. Where do I buy my buildings from? Well, a lot of them, I don't know if you can see that. This one here is Metcalf card kits. This one here, this little building, that's Harburn Hamlet, I think it is, or something similar. That's the pub is Backman Scenecraft. Move it up like that. That one is Mr. Terry Otterley off a Facebook group called Scale Model Buildings, and that one's Metcalf, and then one's over there are Metcalf, and then the ones right at the back, they are more Terry Otterley. A lot of the Stobart depots, that one is 2 Batman Scenecraft low relief depots which have been put together by myself. The Stobart offices is Terry Otterley again, and so is the workshops and the security hut. Also the building here, that's Terry Otterley, But yeah, it's a mixture of Batman Scenecraft, Terry Ottley, and there's also some Hornby somewhere, as well as Harbour Hamlet. I think that's a Hornby one there. So I hope that answers your question. I get that asked quite a bit actually, where do I buy them from, and I keep typing it on and asking, but I'm sure people will keep asking again anyway, because that's what they like. A lot of people are still watching the very old videos from about 2 years ago. Series 1, Model Loft series. So, time for your shout-outs. So, I do apologise if I get your names wrong, but these are all the people that have commented over the last few weeks at the time of me videoing this episode. Leon Mariandola, sorry if that's wrong, Mr. Haggett, Josh Parry, The Edward Fowler Show, Graham MCK, I think that means Mick, Stagecoach South Spotter, Sam Kidder, The Model Bus, Trucks in the UK, Craig Curtis, Thatcham TMD, GWML Trains / Devon Transport Vlogs, The English Train Spotter, and Stagecoach London Bus Enthusiast. They're the people that have been commenting over the past few weeks whilst I've been uploading and videoing this video. But thank you once again for joining me in another exciting Model Loft series episode. That is, sorry. Nearly caught you out. You perhaps thought then that was the end. Can't be the end. Just come back. I will see you soon here on the Model Loft in, believe it or not, November or late October. Bye guys.